Hey, welcome to the WKN podcast. These are your hosts.
Thomas.
Stacy.
Dustin.
And these are our guests.
Megan.
Jeremy.
And we are here for episode 6.
Six.
What do you guys
already?
So, yeah,
Six already. Episode 6.
Wow.
Can't believe we haven't been kicked off of YouTube yet.
Or
craziness.
Or something.
Yeah.
Or all of the things.
Yeah. Thomas, that does not look like water. What are you drinking?
It's a mug. And
Of
there's
water?
coffee
Water?
in it.
No water?
No, I'm drinking. Well, I got home late today. Literally within the last 20 minutes. Jump down here. So I didn't get my afternoon, evening coffee. So this is it before the podcast. But
You're such a senior citizen.
but I do have my water, no lemon, no ice.
There you go. I was gonna say something's wrong.
In your Bucky's cup.
In my Bucky's cup, as always.
Yeah.
In my Bucky's cup.
Yes, as always. Yeah.
Dustin, what are you drinking?
I have the American Classic half blue ribbon. In a
You gotta
can.
put it in front. There you go.
Yeah.
He's still learning the whole background thing. He
There
don't
it is.
understand it.
PBR.
Because your wife's amazing and added that to the Walmart order. Did you know you could do that,
Right.
guys? Walmart will deliver alcohol.
They
They
will.
As
They
long
will.
as you show them your ID.
Oh,
I
wow.
did make him go out and show his ID because I was
Also-
famous.
I had never ever in my whole life had a PBR until I met Scotty, and I had my first PBR at Sissy's Tacos,
Sissies.
and he brought some PBRs, and I was like, I've never had one of those. They any good? And yeah, surprisingly, they're good. Just saying.
Just
And
saying.
cheap. I like them
Yeah.
because they're cheap. Stacy, what are you drinking? Do you work today?
I did. And I'm drinking coffee.
Mhm.
Mm,
She
But
got
from
We're
home
not
too.
gonna. You guys aren't gonna go to sleep.
No.
they don't want to go to sleep. They're gonna
I
be
do
up
have my
all
water,
night
But coffee.
Interesting.
doing other
I can
stuff.
fall asleep after drinking a pot of coffee.
It's because you have ADHD, dude. Same.
No,
That's
I
why
I don't.
100%.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know what
find
y'all talking
someone to medicate you one of these days. But then you'll probably be boring. I don't know what
I'm
to
going
do.
to medicate him.
Meg, Jeremy, are you guys
with the
drinking
little
anything?
blue pills.
Dustin, Paul.
Anyways,
Just not
My normal
canceled again.
Pepsi Zero.
Pepsi Zero. What
Yeah.
about you, Jeremy?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Are
Okay,
you
well, I guess
supposed
that's
to have that, sir?
Am I allowed to have sweet tea? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why wouldn't we be allowed to have sweet tea?
I am pretty sure that people probably think that I am the only alcoholic here, other than my poor husband and his beers. But last week I was the blue bomb pop with the Junction 35 moonshine, and this time I am drinking the sour gummy worm, so it's red with Sprite, and it is so good. Or it's called red glow worm. I don't know. It's some kind of. It tastes like those little gummy worms. They're yummy.
They're watermelon moonshine.
I know, delicious.
I've got a couple bottles downstairs.
We do have a few of them
Freaking-
downstairs.
I need that place to be closer because we bought
Same.
4 or 5 bottles at Invasion, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think we got
Four.
6 and 3 free or something like that. Like
Yeah.
9. Like
Yeah. And then
And I-
whenever we have like friends or family that go down there, we always send them with money, and we're like, please bring
Oh.
something back.
that's a really better plan.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
Mary and Jason brought
Yeah,
us back some
Carrie and
Chad.
Jason
Yeah.
brought us some back.
Well, that's our friend too. We should ask them next time they go. We have to ask them.
They're
We
always
all go
there.
in
They got
together.
time
I'm
to-
like,
It's
wait,
Yeah.
we know them. We can ask them too.
Yeah, I think we do know them.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't
maybe
know.
just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
But hell, their
We
kids
must
old
hang in
enough
the
to drink
same
too. We can
circles or
just ask
something.
her.
I don't know.
I know, right? It's
Yeah.
weird. You guys seem so familiar looking. So, Dustin, did you do anything fun this week? Jeep related?
Nope.
Jeep
Really?
related. Dustin.
Not at
Dustin
all.
and Jeeps
Oh.
don't. Dustin and Jeeps don't match. You know that.
Well, Jeep related, yes. So we went to Interlake Off-Road Park,
Mhm.
and I took Savannah's Jeep, the TJ, and
that he's going to start remodeling in January of 2031.
And he tried to
30.
break it. It was
2031.
2020. Yeah,
January 1st, 2031, the TJ build is going to start.
And it'll be finished.
No, that's the start
That's
date.
when it starts,
Stacey.
Stacy.
No,
Jeez.
finished.
Never
No.
an
We
end date.
finished and we
There's never,
There's
yeah.
never enough modification that can happen. So there's never an end date.
It's
Right.
like
There's never
one
an
of my
end date, but
favorite
there is a
quotes.
start date because we're broke. And
Yeah.
it needs to
That's
it
right.
needs to start
Yeah.
in 6 years from now. So
After
but
he
the-
wheels
That's
it
when it
this
started.
weekend, he'll start on.
it's
The
parked
limit
in
does
the
not
backyard
exist
right
when
now
it
with a
comes
dead
to
battery.
mods.
It's definitely not starting this weekend.
But what was so significant about this weekend though, and you keep calling it Savannah Jeep, they share it. She knows that it's
Well,
into a wheeling Jeep.
No, when we were there, she said, "Did Dad mess up my Jeep?" She sent you a text message and said, "Did he break anything on my Jeep?" And I was like, "What do you mean my Jeep? We already paid her for this Jeep. We bought her a new car. Like, we'll
No,
trade
she
you the
bought her
Jeep
new
for this
car.
new car.
She bought
Yeah.
the car.
It's fine."
Our insurance bought the Jeep when her other one got totaled.
Right.
These children, what we don't do for these children.
Oh,
Yep.
I mean, Trip's gonna get Dave, and
Yeah.
Maybe.
Baby.
We'll see.
But I
get
mean,
a
that's
Dave
like that's a
lookalike.
16-year plan, so that's a good plan.
valid,
I
yeah.
know, right?
It is.
But this was the first time that Dustin's wheeled in a Jeep. Like he's wheeled four-wheelers.
That's awesome.
But you've driven mine like on a trail when I needed you to move it. But
Pictures of him wheeling your Jeep through the trail.
While you were
Like-
either outside
Yeah, while
or being
you were
the
outside
passenger
helping
princess.
people on the
okay,
down the damn
so-
hill.
are we
Yeah.
considering Brandon Weddle
We're in the
wheeling
mud.
yesterday because he moved my Jeep over a rock hill?
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
sure.
Went through the mud.
All right.
You never let me drive it. So yeah.
You know what?
Because
I have dash footage. I guarantee you that says, "Honey, do you want to drive?" And you probably say, "No, I'm fine right,
Right,
here."
because when you're in
Don't
the
be a
passenger
punk.
seat, you get car sick immediately and start barfing all over the place. So I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, no, I don't want to drive because that means no, I don't want you to puke in the passenger seat.
We don't go fast enough for her to puke.
It doesn't matter.
Excuses.
Any movement in the passenger seat is
So she's like Diesel.
Yeah.
exactly.
No, I'm like Allie.
She's like
Well,
she's like Allie with
Well-
a McGriddle.
when we took Diesel, yeah, Allie
Yeah.
McGriddle's on a wheeling. No, not fun.
No.
But no, when we took Diesel with us to on that memorial trip, literally we had him drugged the whole week.
Poor guy.
Well,
So
somebody
what was
didn't
your-
have me drugged, and yeah. It's
So
So
fine.
what was your favorite thing at the park for your first official bring your own Jeep wheeling day?
I don't know. I think we didn't really do much except for drive around on the muddy green trails, but
It was
The,
funny trying to watch Dustin have Scotty winch off the hill using
yes.
He told
the
he told
TJ to
Savannah
YJ.
today. He said it was much more fun being in the little Jeep because he said it was like a little go-kart zipping through the trails.
It is. It's 2 doors, it's small. I can slide in and out of trees, no problem. It's lightweight.
He didn't lose any mirrors.
33s. Tiny little mirrors. Ain't breaking nothing. I can do whatever I want.
Do what I want.
Much more fun. And that giant ass limousine, you're trying to freaking
Bull in a china
drive
shop.
through the
Pretend it's a
trail.
buggy.
Yeah,
Damn bull in a china shop. She got all outdoors and wrecking
I
into
know.
everything.
running into everything.
I drive it like I don't have a payment either. So there's that.
Yeah.
That is true.
It ain't mine, it's the bank's. I break their shit. Whatever. After it's paid off, I'll probably be like,
Right.
Right.
Stacy, did you do anything fun this week?
Just play on the trails with y'all.
You rode with
You took
Thomas.
You took some awesome
I
pictures
did.
and videos.
My favorite thing was telling Sylvia not to do the rock garden. She was not going to make it. Hey, Sylvia, did you make it through the rock garden?
Technically,
Technically, yes.
No, you did not make it through the rock garden.
I made
There
it
was,
75%.
there was a tiny
through the-
little winch
You
portion.
made it
You made
25%,
it.
not 75%.
At least 50%.
At
Over
least.
50%.
before I had to get yanked, but then I just had what Thomas is now calling a reset, which
It's
is
a reset. If
It's
you
a
get pulled
reset.
from behind,
Apparently,
if somebody
yeah.
gets in behind you and pulls you backwards for you to reset on the trail or on whatever rock or whatever you're trying to go through, it's classified as a reset. Now, if it's on the front end, you just got winched.
yeah, but I did
Man,
not.
I
It's a
think,
reset.
I think
just-
both apply. Whether
No.
you
Yeah.
get it in the front or you get it in the back, you got done. So
Yeah. That's what
He
I was
yanked
saying.
her ass from the back and kicked her ass out of the rock garden.
About 3
Yeah, so-
times, 4 times.
Yeah.
So
She
yeah,
had to
'cause
reset 4 times.
So there's like a little out hole. So I took the little out hole like 75% through the trail instead of going to the left that I wanted to go. But you know what? After, of course, I got out and I relooked. I think that I should have came in at an angle. I don't think I should have went straight. I feel like I should have went to the side where Dustin was playing on that little rock. I feel like I should have almost done an S through.
You wouldn't have got through that hole. There was a hole.
If I would have,
you would have got through.
if I would have went through it this way, I feel like I would have.
No.
Every time I was trying to guide you through and I looked over at Dustin and I see him doing this the whole
Well,
time.
Stacy has pictures and video of
You
the
would
side
back
of my
up and your tire would fall down in the exact same hole that it was, and you couldn't turn your tire once it's in the hole. So then
Yeah.
you're just
You
stuck
weren't
there. So
wide
then
enough.
Thomas would pull you out, and then you would drive right back in the hole. And I was like, "This is
Drive back in the
Just
same
like,
hole.
no,
weren't
you're
wide
not gonna,
enough.
you're
was
not gonna
the
get
problem.
through there."
Like
Yeah.
you just weren't wide enough.
But my tons, I'll be wide enough on my tons, so it'll be fine. I'm going
square
back.
peg, round hole.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh goodness. What about you, Thomas? Did you do anything fun other than
With Sylvia out of the hole,
he also himself got winched, so we're both
he
wearing
did
pink
get
helmets.
winched. Yep.
I didn't get
He
winched. I got
recovered
reset.
So many vehicles
And then,
this weekend.
But-
then
I think I make up for it though for being reset of all the amount of winching and pulling and recovering I was doing with
And
everybody
changing
else.
tires. Changing
Yeah.
tires.
Yeah,
I
David
recovered-
blew a
David.
bead, so
Yeah.
his tire was
Tire
literally off the rim.
And on an incline. It was fun.
Mm.
Yeah,
Me
And
and
then-
John
and then-
got
so
caught
then
with somebody like that underneath
so
the tree
then we
root.
got the
It's
wheel.
horrible.
Thomas didn't
Yeah.
bring his.
I forgot my jack.
He forgot his jack, the Badlands
forgot my big jack.
off-road jack. We had
That
a
he bought
12-ton model
specifically
jack.
for this reason.
We
I did.
raised David's Jeep up with our 12-ton model jack, full capacity, and then
Dug a hole.
They dug a hole. To get
I
the
dug a
tire
hole because the
off.
tire would not
We
fit.
put the tire in, and then we couldn't get the 12-ton model jack out.
I still had my rain suit on at that point, so I was just
Yeah.
dripping sweat. I was sweat from boobs down to
So
ankles.
then we're like, well, what are we gonna do? So we had to slide a bunch of boards that Brian brought with him
Mhm.
under the axle, let it down, and then move the jack, and then he got his jack to jack it back up so we could get the jack under the axle.
for an hour to change the
Yeah,
tire.
it was an hour to change the tire. It was
We're like,
fun.
let's
Yep.
go ahead and eat lunch now.
Yeah, Stacy is like, everybody
all over
was
the
going to
picnic
grab lunch while
tables.
everybody else is working.
While me and
everybody else
Thomas
go
and
eat.
Brian and David were working on the
Audie.
Jeep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Audie?
what we do.
Audie was the name.
Scotty.
Scotty.
Scotty, yes.
Yeah, no,
Scotty.
Audie's broken right now.
Yeah.
He can't.
But not
Yes.
anymore because Patrick fixed it.
Oh, I did remember seeing that.
Oh, it did
Meagan,
get fixed.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you guys do anything fun this week? Did you go out and at least touch your Jeep?
I did not touch my Jeep all weekend. Nope.
Not at all.
Didn't get in it.
We drove Grandma Cherokee everywhere.
Oh,
Mm,
nice.
Nice.
So you were living in a lap of luxury all weekend.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is easier for her to get in and out of with the baby and everything. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
And like
blame
the
you.
I
seats
mean,
recline.
It's
like, I
easier
can
for
back there, like, Mac
everyone to
Daddy
get in
and,
and
you
out
know,
of. Because
it's
there's no
great.
ridiculous lifts and huge
Yep.
tires that you don't need.
Yeah.
She says
Sure,
that,
Dustin.
but then she goes and looks at that pink Gladdy and she wants to go buy it.
One day, Alice. One day.
One day.
It's cute.
if she could, we would. I guarantee you.
Is
She can
pink
have
your,
both.
is pink your favorite
Oh.
color, Megan?
Yeah. Pink and then black. Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Funny story. Pink was all Aerosmith's favorite color as well.
Whose?
I love Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Oh,
The song. Pink is my favorite color.
Sing it, Dustin. Enter
Y'all
Aerosmith
never heard
track
that
here.
song?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
We love
You've
you.
had to hear that song.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
So, what kind of plans do we have coming up this week for WKN for all of us? What do we have coming up?
Sproutlings this weekend.
Sproutlings on Saturday.
Yeah. Sproutlings, it's a kid-friendly event this year, so that's cool. They're going to be their first event, so we got to make this big. We all got to show up.
Huge.
It's free admission.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Huge
Free
event.
admission for spectators. It's $30 at the door and then $25 if you sign up ahead of time. And we will put that link or QR code here. It's also on our Facebook page. David is going to have over 40 trophies, guys. So seriously, show up. Like, don't think that your rig's not good enough. There are so many categories. There's just going to
We'll
be
have
like
our flex ramp out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's going to be WKN is doing the flex competition. I know there's going to be a couple trophies there. David Falk with DMF Unlimited Solutions will be doing audio. I know I think got 4 trophies for that. There's
Yep.
a slow crawl. They're going to have like a kid's choice, best theme, mall crawler, sweetest classic, biggest lift, biggest tires, best light show, and a ton more. Even,
There's a ton.
yeah, there's Power Wheels. They're going to do a Power Wheel
Wheels, yeah.
Yep, for
Mhm,
kids.
for the kids.
Yep.
So that's so cool. So bring your
Gotta
kids
go
out.
buy power.
Even
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but
Oh, you
even-
should.
We do.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
You have
That's what I
one.
heard.
Bring it.
Bring it.
I mean, does a
It's
4XC
being-
count?
It's being co-host partnership with Louisville Voodoo Jeep Club.
Yep.
Both of them are nonprofit 501c3s. So
Yep, he's
everything
gonna have
goes
some
to a good
silent
cause.
auctions.
Mhm.
There's gonna be
Yep.
silent auctions. So he said something about, I don't know anything about U of L basketball, but there's some, or football. I don't know. There's basketballs, and I think he has a signed football helmet from someone special. I don't know who
Tom
it is.
Brady.
Tom
Maybe?
Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
One of the best
Like-
quarterbacks ever played the
I
game.
think they call
Yeah,
him
did he-
Somebody.
I wouldn't go
something
quite that
about a
far,
goat,
but
like
Hold
I think
on,
it's
wait.
a goat,
Did he-
some
did
goat
he-
football player.
Was it a Louisville helmet?
No,
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
it's a
NFL
Patriots
helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
So
helmet.
that's like special. Because didn't he
Yes.
just retire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, yes.
Again.
Yeah.
For the second
Yeah.
time.
He's that Giselle's ex-husband.
Third.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 But then he says
If
something
you
about
haven't seen
UFL.
the roast of Tom Brady, definitely check that out on Netflix. It's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay, I'll have to do that.
It's good.
We have a whole list of stuff we have to watch. But he said that there's going to be like Bose stereo. I don't know if it's for the Jeep or if it's like a home stereo.
Oh, interesting.
And then lots
That's
of
cool.
like just baskets in general. He also said that they will have food and refreshments, including alcohol. So
Yeah,
it's going to be
not bring
so
coolers in.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can't bring coolers
Yep.
in. I believe
Have
No
free
coolers.
water.
free water. Yep, but you can buy all of this is proceeds to Sproutlings, which from what I understand is like a daycare for medically fragile children. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like it's pre-K through almost first grade or whatever. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
it's yeah.
So little ones. Yeah. So we want to help them.
The
we help them
pediatric-
There's a
out.
lot out.
extended
Yeah,
care.
hopefully there's a lot of kids out there. So
Yeah.
kind of be
yeah,
open to letting the kids play around your vehicles and
yeah.
making sure
Maybe bring
they
some
can
ducks.
see all the bells and whistles for sure.
Maybe,
For sure.
yeah, bring some ducks for them. It is located. I actually do not have the. I did have the actual address, but I did not bring it up here. But it is at the Shriners
Stacey's
thing
gonna look it up.
on Bardstown Road.
It's
Yeah, it's
4120
4120.
Bardstown Road.
So it's going to be a really great setup. I know WKN. I think that he's given us the side, kind of a far side. So
We'll have plenty of space and room to
mhm,
do our
yeah.
thing.
So we can drive up. We kind of discussed that with him. So the logistics he sounds like he's really wanting to make this a good event. So please, guys, please come out. Again, it's 30 at the door, 25 if you pre-register. For the extra like flex audio and slow crawl, it's $10, but with flex and audio, you can try as many times as you want. So you can go back,
Okay.
adjust, and come back. Yep.
What time's it start?
I think
Oh.
registration is at 10. Is that
10?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Starts at it's 11 to 3.
Yeah, but
11 to 3.
registration, get there at 10. I know
Get
we have
there
to
early.
get
Registration's
early.
at 10. Awards are at 2.
But it's
Alrighty.
technically till 3, so the awards,
Yeah.
and then we'll have an hour to
Yeah.
celebrate all the winnings.
And there's going to be a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, it's between 40 and 50 trophies.
That's a lot.
So,
It'll be a
I
great
know.
turnout. It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be super, super
absolutely.
fun. Yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. What else is coming up, guys? Do we have any voodoo events? Is this starting
Well,
to
we
buy
can
weeks?
We
kind
do
of
have one this Thursday.
wait.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, like
No.
coming up this week.
This week.
We're
This
still
week.
we're still discussing
Well,
this week
besides
stuff.
Thursdays meet, but this will air.
But is there one this Thursday or is it switching? So
Oh no,
switching.
because of
Yeah.
Sprouts Links. Yep.
okay. So anything else that we have
This
coming
week,
up then?
no. Not this week.
Okay.
Not this
Oh,
week.
we're gonna get so much sleep this week. It's gonna be
No, we're not.
boring. It's gonna be boring.
Well, the weather's
Boring.
gonna come back in at the end of the month and at the end of the week, so that's gonna be bad.
Yep.
So get ready to get flooded out again.
Get another hurricane.
Oh, so we're planning
What?
another off-road trip.
Right.
I mean, I'm down.
I mean, we're still not as bad as the people on the coast and down
Yeah.
in
No.
North Carolina, all that,
Georgia,
yeah.
Georgia. Like yeah,
It's horrible, man.
it's
Have you
horrible
all
right now.
have you all been keeping up with that guy who posted his dad in the
In the
invasion
Pigeon
group?
Forge. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am
In Tennessee.
Matt Cloud still looking for his dad. I cannot, like, every couple of hours, his dad Steve, they found the dog, they found his Rubicon with the top off, like he was trying to escape. I cannot quit looking and trying to get updates because it is bothering me so bad.
Yeah.
So I hope that they can freaking find him before this next. Didn't they say this next storm is supposed to literally be like the same damn path?
Mhm.
Pretty much.
That's messed up. It's messed up. Thank you. Count your blessings for sure.
Absolutely.
Because it could be so bad. So bad. All right. Well, I guess let's get to the topic of today's show.
Let's do it.
Our
topic.
guest. Yeah.
Topic.
Topic of conversation. So who are you guys? Tell us a little bit about you, like what you do, where you're from, what you drive,
How you met.
how you met.
We need the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we're nosy.
Ooh,
We
Look
so
at that
nosy.
face.
Their actual story is pretty cool.
Wait, was that too interview like?
Oh no.
So Jeremy, man, what's up? How'd y'all get?
No, it's how'd y'all hook up?
Hey,
How'd
man.
y'all hook up?
How'd y'all get that baby?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
How'd you get
Uh,
that baby?
Right.
Right. So we met in 2007. We were not looking for a relationship because he was Papa. No, I'm just kidding. There's 13 years age difference between us. So we were just wanting to hang out together.
He's robbing the
And-
cradle.
Yes. And then 2 weeks after hanging out, we moved in together and we've been together. It'll be 17 years at the end of October. So,
wow.
so yeah.
Sometimes
and
you just
then-
know.
Yeah. We've been married since 2011 though.
Yeah.
But it'll be 17 years at the end of October. And of course we welcomed our bundle of joy in June. After many, many, many years of trying to have a family of our own. So super #grateful, thankful, blessed on that.
And what's little bundle's name?
His name is Trip Elias.
Very cute.
He's asleep right now, which thankful.
He's very handsome boy.
Yes, he is. He will be probably starring in sumo wrestling in the next 3 months. So, we'll let y'all know when his debut is. But
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah,
yeah.
he is.
He's a
But other than that,
handsome
So cute.
we're just I don't know, we're just two average people just hanging out, winging it life, having fun. Jeremy
What do you guys do?
What do we do?
Nothing.
I love
Yeah.
nothing.
Well,
Touchy
Jeremy-
subject right now. Nothing.
No. So I work for the largest internet retailer on earth. And I've been with them for about 13 years. And then Jeremy was recently promoted today.
I didn't know you
to,
were for Timu.
Stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home
Didn't
dad.
know if you
dudes.
worked at Team U.
Daycare's expensive, dude. Dustin
Yeah.
was like my fate. I loved when Dustin was stay-at-home dad. Like I love that.
What do
And
you
I
mean?
think that
I work from home. I am a stay-at-home
No,
dad.
no. Like
Yeah, I
years
gotta find work
ago.
here. I gotta find work here.
No,
I'm gonna go crazy.
Years
Talk to
ago.
Dustin.
Right here. Literally
Yeah,
right
years
here.
ago, whenever you were like a stay-at-home dad and I didn't have to pay for daycare and I knew Savannah was always safe and whenever she needed something or was sick, it was nice to not have to worry about that. It was nice.
Same.
I liked it. And you did dishes and cleaned and cooked.
No, I don't.
He would
I don't
watch,
do that.
he would get bored and watch Rachel Ray and I would come home and he would make like steak with shit on top of it.
Oh.
I know. And he would
Hey,
like
that's just our
random
duty. That's
stuff.
good husband. That's
Yeah,
a good
you
husband
can't-
right there, man.
Don't even
My
know what
God,
to call.
man.
I'm like, how
This
do you even
one.
pronounce that? I don't know what it was, but I still remember that one steak with that. It was yummy. But now I got to cook and I'm terrible at it. So there's that.
Yep.
So what do you guys drive?
What do you drive?
I drive a 2024
Grandma Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee. That her name is Grand Mall Cherokee.
Nice. What'd you trade in for Grandma Cherokee?
Right.
I traded in a 2024 Rubicon Recon X for a family car.
And in Anvil, because it was very beautiful.
Yes, it was
It
Anvil.
was.
What did you trade in to get that one though?
A 2022.
We're gonna be here a while.
A 2022
Sahara,
Sahara diesel,
high altitude.
high altitude, souped up, badass, white interior, sound system, modded out.
A unicorn.
Oh, I saw it the other day.
Yeah. Funny
It's-
story
it's-
though.
It's
He
in
You
might
my
were
be
thing
telling me
all the
we're
time.
driving to Walmart and your white one was parked in Applebee's and she's like, I swear that's Megan's
Yeah.
Jeep.
So
It was
the,
That's
bougie.
that's
It's
bougie right
bougie.
there.
Its
And
Yeah,
name is
there
like
is-
Winter
I
or
was like,
something.
take
Yeah.
a picture and send it to her. She's like, no, I can't.
No,
I don't
yeah,
want. I don't want to make.
I
her
said
sad.
I don't want to
I don't
upset
wanna
Megan
make
her.
would've
her
cried.
cry.
Megan
I'm
would've
like,
cried.
okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
the
She would've-
owner
she would've
of
shed
her
some tears.
now.
It's like Winter or something.
Yeah, the owner of her now is like completely changed the theme of it, and I love it because she like took her and made her own.
Yeah.
But she owns a hair salon in Mount Washington. So
Nice.
whenever I'm in Mount Washington, I kind of stop and stare,
see it.
and I'm like, I'm glad
Yeah.
that she went to a great
Home.
home, and that she got a different story. So
You see, look at Trip, and look! I traded this for that. It's fine.
I know,
Yeah.
like dominoes had to fall.
Sacrifice.
Right. That's right.
Sacrifice. Yep. You'll make sure to let him know that when he's like 17 or 18 and being a butt.
Yeah.
could've
you
known
don't
no,
get
Jeremy
your
wasn't getting
Cherokee,
rid of his.
I'll keep Babe.
Yeah, Jeremy's
Grandma
definitely not ever
Cherokee's
getting
gonna
rid
be
of
gone
Dave.
in 28 months.
24 months.
So, Jeremy, what do you drive? You've had two, I think, since I've met you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I drive a 2022 diesel Gladiator, AEV 370 JT Classic Edition. In the diesel, they only made 5 of those, so I know how rare it is. It's my toy. They only made 5.
There's only
of the
5.
JT
Oh, wow.
Classic diesels.
Really?
And
And I found that
and
out really
Insert
weird because I
picture
stopped
here.
at AEV booth a couple years back at Invasion, and I showed them a picture of my Gladiator, and they were like, "Man, where did you get that? Because that's pretty rare." And I said, "Well, I got it in."
Cross?
I said I got it at Louisville. He said, "Well, did you get it from Fig?" And I was like, "Well, I did actually." He said, "Let me tell you a secret about that. We only made 5." So,
Wow.
and I was like, "Man, it's kind of hard to go wheel to that. I'll use
That's
that as
awesome.
my excuse." Yeah.
I didn't
That's
know
no
they-
excuse,
I had
Jeremy.
We'll
Yeah, I
take
had
it.
no
No,
idea.
we'll
Five
take
of
it.
those.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I won't accept it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it. I don't accept
That's
it.
my baby. She's my daily driver. She's my show Jeep. So I have fun with her. Before that, I did have a nice trail rig. I had a 18 JL Rubicon long arm kit 40 no, they were 38s, but we would go just about everywhere. So I do miss Will to a certain extent, but then kind of not.
You just need like an old TJ or YJ or XJ. Get an XJ. Those are like
So we get
so
a project and me and Triple
Yeah.
build it together. So
Yeah, it'd be
we'll do
awesome.
something.
There you
We'll do something fun.
Did all y'all miss Megan's face?
go.
Apparently,
I did.
The
Stacy
dog.
didn't.
It wasn't him. It was the dog. The dogs are barking, and I'm like,
I get that all the time. I get
No,
that all
it's
the time.
fine. I can't even hear it.
We can't hear the dogs, so you're fine. I was
Fine.
like, oh,
Yeah.
as
No,
you said long
I
arm
will
kick,
tell
she
you,
was
like, I do not miss the Rubicon, the JL that he had because it had electrical gremlins. And so
Yep.
it was just so bad. But I'll only say this once. I do miss like the wheeling aspect of it, but
Mhm.
there were numerous times where we would wheel it and I would end up in other people's Jeeps because I would suffer injuries from where I would be like, Jeremy, don't move the Jeep. I have to pull the mirror in. And he would like deglove my hand on the tree. So,
Oh, wow.
Hands
yeah.
in the vehicle
Wow.
at all times,
I
regardless.
would say lose
Yeah.
the damn mirror at that point. No,
Yeah.
only happened once.
Sylvia
Yeah,
lost 2
or
years in
he's
2
like
weeks of
smacked my
wheeling.
face
So
on a tree, you know, all kinds of stuff.
I got about 8
lost
sets of
2
fingernails on that
in
on
7
that bar
days.
in the front.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you ride passenger when you're wheeling. But
Yeah.
last week I learned that you don't have to deal with that if you're just driving. So it's
Oh,
Actually, I had to have Stacy. Stacy had to put my mirror in for me this last time.
Yeah.
I was like, Stacy,
Oh, really?
and then yeah, I'm like, Stacy, can you come get my mirror? And then I used my walkie-talkie to push it back out.
nice.
I got to drive the JL one time
Yeah.
and I was living my best life. We were at Land Between the Lakes, which is an absolute beautiful ride. Go, 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 go. Please go. And I floored it coming out of a mud puddle. That's what it was a mud puddle. And the hijack in the back kind of like shifted. And so it made like a little like noise, you know. Well, naturally somebody is yelling at me that I am quote unquote tearing their stuff up and said some other things. And so I'm crying my eyes out, like driving to the water, like I'm so sorry. Like I'm fine. And the guy that was with us. Yeah.
That's one side of the story.
And the guy that was
Just one side.
Yeah, but the guy that was with us, once we got stopped at like the water's edge, he was like, y'all are fine. He was like, it was just the hijack. Like, it was just, you know, whatever. And I was like, see? And I was crying so hard that we stopped and ate lunch, and I had to eat lunch by myself. because I was like, don't come over here, guys. I'm having a
I was in trouble all week.
It's
I'm
fine.
having a
It was
moment.
like me when
So
I hit
needless
the
to
pole.
say,
It was
I
fine.
With
never
like 6 or 8 people.
I never wheeled again.
Here's the honest truth. We were with 6 or 8 people. She sees the one puddle that she can go smash through, and she chose to do that. And I said, that's silly. Why did you do that?
That is not how that conversation
And
went.
and you
but
said
okay.
it in those exact words.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's fine.
Why would you do that?
Same tone
Why?
and everything. He did
Right.
not
Exactly.
Same
change.
tone,
a
same
lick, yeah.
words. Right.
It was like when Stacy came home from Walmart after she
Yeah.
ran
but
into
she-
the light pole. I was like, "Are
Smashed
you
your
okay?
Jeepin.
Is everything fine?"
Yeah,
No.
I'm so glad you're
Yes.
safe.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you were
That's
safe.
exactly what
I can it's only money. I'll replace the bumper.
I'll
No
fix
big
it.
Right.
deal.
No
Disney
worries.
were you doing?
Those words
Instead,
didn't- those
he
words didn't
angrily
count.
drives an hour to our house to be like,
I
"Can you
did.
help me fix this?"
yeah.
And we didn't fix it.
No.
I'm like, "Is Stacy
We did get
okay?"
stung by a bunch of bees though.
We did.
We did.
And broke a
All
winch
three of us.
cable.
And
And broke a
winch.
winch cable.
Yes, and broke a winch cable.
Yeah.
But we had fun
And-
doing it.
and
Oh,
Doug-
but there was one plus. We did pull that stump up that you've been trying to get.
We
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
yes.
We
That
did
is
pull a
a
stump up.
plus. We did
I
pull a
think
stump
that
up.
that video is actually on this channel, isn't it?
It
It
is.
is. It's on
It
the
says
YouTube
like
channel.
redneck something.
It's-
Yeah, you
yeah.
guys have to
It's
watch
like
it.
one
It's
of our
hilarious.
first videos that we posted. Yeah.
I know, because I was commentary. I have a Trump duck in my dash, and my Trump
You
duck
were
stopped
talking. It was so funny.
He's on my
Like,
side.
Also, the
Oh.
hole where the stump was is still in our backyard, and I have to drive around it every time I mow the backyard.
Oh, well,
So I need some dirt and some grass seed.
epic fail then.
Yeah. It's fine.
So,
But-
Meg, Jeremy,
Go ahead.
we wanted to have you guys on the show because we wanted to talk about the
Oh, we got a
club
talker.
that brought all of us together. So,
Yeah.
tell us how that happened? How did
Well,
you guys start?
I'd gotten my
And
first
what-
Jeep.
And what's the club?
And what's the club? Well, I guess how it all started was I was looking around for a club to join. I'd gotten a Rubicon, and I was like, man, I want to go out wheeling. I want to learn. I want to do what I can. And I guess it was back in 2018. I guess May 15th of 2018 is when I started the club. And really, it was kind of 2020
is when the club officially started.
Yeah.
And what club is that?
Louisville Voodoo Jeep Club.
All right.
So awesome. The Tried K and I, Derby City, Sin Gym, and I just didn't know anybody. I just didn't have any connections. Was very, very introverted. So that's just me, my personality. I'm not very outgoing, so I'm not going to be one to go up and ask a lot of questions. So social media was my platform to ask the questions. How do I lift it? How do I get bigger tires? How do I wheel? Where's the parks? Where do you find a creek at? And it just took off. It took off really fast. It just seemed like our area, the Louisville area, was in desperate need of a Jeep club because everybody kind of felt the same way I did about things. And ultimately, I just wanted to create a platform, not just in social media, but just a club and a group where people can not get bullied and ask the right questions and meet people and have fun and just really have the like-mindedness to enjoy and learn as much as you can about Jeeps.
Yeah, because even though you were looking for like wheeling and stuff, this club is open to, you don't have to wheel, you don't have to have a certain type of Jeep.
Yeah, people will tell you that I'm the first one that doesn't wheel Dave. I get a lot of beef on not wheeling.
Well, you
Dave,
have one of 5 Jeeps.
That's part of
made,
it. I get that. Yeah. That's part of it. It's fun. But I mean, there's something for everybody. If you just want to grow and build some relationships with some people, you can meet really, really crazy individuals that you would never, doctors, lawyers, soccer club owners,
Steve,
indigenous people. There's a lot of fun that we've had and a lot of friends that we've made and a lot of things that are going to be a lifetime and not just within the Jeep Club too. So it's been an incredible experience for us. We hope to continue to grow it and and help people do what they want to do in life. So whether that be to start their own Jeep Club, whether that be whether it's learning how to disconnect or connect a battery, if that's learning how to use a winch, if that's getting people in contact with the right people to purchase product, however we can do to kind of go back and help in the culture and grow the culture and grow the awareness of what's out there. And along with that, we are a nonprofit, so we do want to give back to the community that we live in. So here in the Louisville area, we decided that we wanted to be recognized by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We filed for paperwork. We've got our insurances, and we're going to try to give back as much as we can. So we've got a couple of things coming up. We can talk through a little bit, but hopefully by the end of the year, we'll make our impact in the community, just like in years past, and we're ready to ramp up and do a big 2025.
Yeah. Awesome. So you were talking about the 501c3. I guess you have to have a mission statement for that, right? So what is like your mission statement? Who are you trying to, I know you said the community, but we can't help everybody. So I think tell us about that.
Yeah. So one thing that, we kind of decided before filing for our 501c3 is we were involved in all of these different charity runs. We were, giving supplies to different homes and, helping out families in need. And, we saw that there was, a lot of outpouring from the Jeep community into those avenues. And that was something that has been very passionate to me because, Jeremy and I, when we first started out, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of anything. And, we've been through hard times and we wanted to provide a platform to be able to give back to those in their time of need. And so we decided that we were going to take the club in the direction of a 501c3. So we sit down and we came up with a mission statement to where we were going to partner with local businesses to build up those profiles and platforms to be able to help families in need. So, while a lot of the bigger corporations and the bigger charities get, kind of recognized, a lot of people don't realize how many local charities do not get a lot of the fundings that they need to provide just basics for families in need and for children. So we took it a step further and said, well, let's partner with all of these businesses and reach out and really make an impact in the community and have that sense of camaraderie within not just the Jeep communities, but also, again, with like local businesses, mom and pop stores, things of that nature.
Yeah, and I hear a lot that those events where we're fundraising and going and delivering toys to kids' homes are the club members' favorite times of year. Like we have people that we might see once or twice a year because they live so far away, but they try to make those events because they're just so fulfilling.
It was actually quite humbling when we were at Texas Roadhouse. What was it, last week before? All my days run together. I had never met this couple, never seen them. And this lady walks up to one of our admins and was like, hey, who, is the founders here? And he turned around, he said, yes, that's one of them right there. And she looked at me and she said, I just want to say that you all do an absolute phenomenal job in this group, like, keeping the politics away and really sticking true to what you believe in and those core values that you all have through your mission statement. She was like, we always look forward to the meets. We look forward to seeing, like the community involvement. And they were like, we're already looking forward to freezing for a reason. So it was just, really nice to hear, like, okay, like everyone still cares, because you get lost in the day to day of like in the behind the scene operations and making sure that this goes off without a hitch and all of that, sometimes it's just, you step back and you're like, you know what, this is what it's all about. Like, yeah, we drive some pretty awesome rigs and, we do what we want with them. But at the end of the day, like for us, it's much more than a Jeep. It's family.
Yeah. Community, family, for sure. So you just mentioned freezing for a reason. So can you tell us some of the big events that you have coming up? I think there's one coming up this month even.
For sure.
And
I'll leave that to Jeremy.
You got Fussy Baby ready to go off. No, we have Creepin and Jeepin's coming up in October. All of our planning is going to that.
Biggest
fundraiser for us during the year. It's canned good to get in. All that's going to Dare to Care, so that's pushing back into our community
for the public.
It's again registrations out there already, pre-registrations out there to go ahead and register. A couple years back we had like I think the most we've had is like I think it was like 116, 117. We had like 70, and then like last year we had like 60 or 70 because we haven't fared good weather. So I'm hoping to have more. We're kind of trying to open it up to some different groups as well to come in. We'll have vendors in this year. That's a big to do. We're going to take all the funds that we have raised and all the donations and stuff that we've gotten up to this year to help support some folks with some candy and stuff during that time. But for the majority of all, we'll take all of those earnings and then go back for freezing for a reason in December and get some stuff together.
You have a link or a website where we can have people sign up?
Yeah, definitely. We'll get you those so that you can add them to the podcast for sure.
Sure.
Those down there. So how many children?
Hold on one second. We have a QR code that you can register for pre-registration. We also have a QR code, I believe, if he gives us permission, that you can donate if you cannot make it or whatever, or you're a business and you just want to anywhere in the US or whatever, $5, $10. He can go over that, and you want to donate, we can put that in here as well.
Sure.
How many kids did you have this year, to kind of explain why the candy and money donation is such a big thing? Because how many kids do we have?
Yeah. So I think,
Oh my God.
you know, we it's a lot.
All of them.
right?
We had
So
all of the kids.
we have
All the
all of the
kids.
kids from
All
All
the
of the
Shiloh.
kids.
We feel like, I think we stopped
2000s.
counting around. Yeah, we stopped counting around 1600. It's just kind of senseless to keep counting after that point. And I get it. Some people might have gone through the line twice or something like that. But for the most part, we fill up Mike Lenning's every single year. It's our biggest event of the year.
What are the
One
dates?
thing I do ask is their biggest pushback is a lot of the traffic in the street, and making sure that when we're lining up and people do that want to come and bring their children out to participate and to have a good, safe, friendly, fun environment. Just kind of staying off the road a little bit. I mean, we're going to try to do a little bit better job every year. We learn and we try to improve things. So getting the line, it was from Mike Lenning's all the way down to the gas station, and we got to try to improve. Yeah, we got to try to improve on how to get people into the field and not have them stand near the road. I mean, it's just the right thing to do. But it's kind of hard once the line starts and these kids get itching for candy.
They get
They want to
excited.
come running and go
They
through.
get
Yeah,
extremely excited.
You get excited. And then
What were the dates
Jeeps-
again for the freezer or for the Jeepin and Creepin?
Saturday, October 26th, will be for the trunk or treat.
Yep.
And then it'd be from 5 to 8. So get there plenty early. So set up, and like I said, there's a lot of setup going on that day, but ultimately we'll probably be out there by 12 or 1 trying to get everything squared away and work with Mike Lenning's.
Yep.
Yeah, because are there going to be any I don't know, awards for the Jeeps or anything like that this year?
Yeah, we we do have awards, and we're actually doing something a little bit unique this year. So in years past, we have done 4 awards, and those awards are awarded to like whoever has the scariest, the funniest setup, the most original, and kids' choice. However, we're still trying to figure out a voting platform for like kids' choice, because it's just hectic with all the kids running around and everything
going
with their
on,
paper.
candy,
Yeah.
people
Sure.
flying around.
So this year we are actually going to do host choice, where Mike Lenning's is going to come out and they are going to pick their favorite.
Oh,
But we
nice.
added a different category, and we have people that want to come out and participate, but they don't want to like bring out all of the kit and caboodle for the trunk or treat. So we added a different category, and it's called Most Glow. So you can just turn them lights on the Jeep, have you a little light show, and hopefully that brings out some other classes of
Lazy girl right here.
But
Like,
I
it's
mean,
already decorated.
yeah, and I mean it's nighttime anyways, so we're gonna give
Right.
away a trophy for best glow this year. So
Nice.
Turn those
So
truck
that was
lights
gonna be
on and
pretty
come
cool.
on. Come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't have the money to do, or the creativity to do a whole trunk or treat thing, come
Sure.
out and
Yeah.
and if you don't have a whole bunch of rock lights, just turn on your damn dome light. It's fine.
Hey.
Some purple or orange lights,
Yeah.
and just plug them in your
Yeah. Halloween
Those
lights.
pickup lights up and just pop them on.
Yeah. A
There
flashlight.
you go.
Do like
Flashlight.
a little
Whatever you got,
like a-
bring it out.
Lightsaber. I don't know.
We had talked all year about having a glow party and doing
Yeah.
multiple things. So this will be a good measuring stick to maybe next year having a big glow party, but seeing how it kind of goes over, see the participation and things like that.
Yeah.
It's a good thermometer going forward.
Nice.
And
That's
like
exciting.
again, like this is completely free for the community. We have committed to not charging any child to come in and trick or treat. It's been completely free for the community. The only thing that we ask is to pay it forward, and how they can do that is again just bring a canned good to donate to Dare to Care, and then that's it. However, if you do not have canned goods, you will not be turned away. Like, I want every child to have a safe, fun environment to be a child and trick or treat in. And if we can provide that, we will continue to do that. But with that being said, a lot of the expenses do fall on the club. So again, like if you want to donate money for candy, if you want to be a sponsor, we'll throw your business logo on there. You know, and then we'll give you a tax-free donation.
501c3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Link will be
And
put up
again, like
here.
we'll post that website, and it's all done through the website. You get a receipt, and then we'll throw your name on a banner and we'll advertise for you. So it's pretty awesome.
Again, given the fact that you're getting 16 to 2,000 kids and all of those parents, it's a good platform and a good opportunity for some local businesses to advertise. So
Sure.
we want to do what we can do to help everyone in the community. Again, make this as successful and get as much participation as possible. So the kids are ultimately going to be the ones that benefit from this. So it's going to be great. It always feels great afterwards. It's always a really good time and fun. So if you're new to it or never been, come on out. But we love it. It's our favorite time of year.
And then how much did you say it was to set up for the
registration?
It's 25 day of, or we do have the link for the early registration. And it's $20.
Okay, cool. And
so
then
$20,
that help,
bring your own candy.
yes.
For the most part, we will have some in reserve. So if
Bring
you
a
do
lot
run out,
of candy, one piece per
lot.
child. Still
A
equals
whole
a
lot
lot.
of candy.
Like
we
all the
always
candy.
bring candy, right? So the day we always ask people to bring candy, but if you run out, we're not going to have people moving around while the event's taking place. So if you run real low, we will have some reserves to help people out to make it last. But every single year we've done this, we've run out of candy. So please understand that we will run out at some point during the night. Just try not to run out at 7:00.
Right. So the money that we're fundraising for now, that goes to the next big event, correct?
It does.
Yep.
It goes
do you want to
to
touch on that? We might try to have you guys back on again before, but I know it's only a few weeks.
So Freezing for a Reason.
So close.
Yeah, everybody loves
is.
Freezing for a Reason. It's very impactful. We've utilized Boys Home in Mount Washington to be our one donation platform. These boys every single year, they light up, right? So that's what it's about. Once we do this Freezing for a Reason, we will work with our team, the board, all of our admins, and we will orchestrate a big fun day at a Walmart or Kroger or wherever the case may be, depending on where the need is. But it's not always just toys. Please understand that sometimes it's basics like underwear, socks, personal projects, personal like deodorant,
hygiene
Axe body spray. You would be surprised about these kids and their Axe body spray.
You're right.
But skateboards, helmets, activities for them to do. Again, this is all like I said. We'll have a fun day. We'll have a shopping spree, and then we'll meet up. We'll all load up into our Jeeps, take the doors off, take the tops off, and take it to a charitable donation place where we'll drop off. Then we'll make the biggest impact what we can.
Yep.
So this will be my first year that I get to go because I actually took off this year, last year, since Saturdays in December are horrible for me. So I hope. So please tell me, is it December 7th? Please tell me.
It's the first it will be it's always the first Saturday of December.
Yes.
The 7th, yes.
So I get to come. I always get to go to that parade that we do that night, but I never, what is it, the Fairdale Parade or something? But I never, ever get to go to Freezing for a Reason. I probably have to come by myself because my husband does not like being cold. So we'll see.
Well, I was going to say, like, that's also another thing, like, get as cold as you want. Some people strip the Jeeps completely naked, or if you're like me, just roll the windows down and put the sun right back. Because I can't. Like,
we'll have a little man with us this year, so it ain't happening.
Yeah, we did not last year before. Grinch made an appearance. Santa and Mrs. Claus made an appearance, and we had the Jeeps completely naked. And yeah, we definitely froze, but again, it's freezing for a reason. And we wanted to be, very intentional in our givings. And, you know, we want it to go to families or children in need. And that's what we're doing.
That's awesome. So it sounds like just in the 4 years that you guys, you know, have created this club, you've already had such a huge impact on the community. And I know, like, people like us, we say, I think we say it every damn time, is that if it wasn't for Voodoo, then we all wouldn't be together. So
No,
we would have never
it would
met.
not.
Again,
Because I'm
thanks
also
for-
antisocial.
Again, thanks for
I'm
the
extreme
honor
introvert.
of focusing on us a little bit, but ultimately we are not Voodoo. It's all of you guys that help spread that word.
Yes.
It's all of our admins that do all of the work. If it was up to me and I had to do it all, or Meg had to do it all couldn't happen. So again, I'll take this time to shout out to all of the admin moderators, anybody who ever was. Voodoo was only Voodoo because of the support that we get from the public. So again, everything that even the folks that come in and just love us to death and give us a good review or give us a good shout out on their platform, however the case may be, we appreciate everybody and everything that has happened for us as a family, and what the 501c and what Voodoo's done for our lives. So we're not done yet. We got a lot to go, but we wouldn't be what we are without every single one of you guys.
So how many
what
people do we
is-
have on the Facebook page?
Voodoo is the 5.1K
Million.
million.
Stacy,
Woohoo!
Thousand
We did it.
million, yes.
We did
That's
it.
where we want to be.
I mean, can I get a sponsorship or something?
I know, right?
We want to be in the millions. Yes.
Free Jeep
Thousands,
Park,
over
millions,
5,000
yes,
people.
thousands.
Yeah.
We have over 5,000 people.
So where do you guys see or hope for the club to be going in, like, I don't know, say 5 years, because you've been at it for 4.
Oh.
So
The
where
5
do
million
you-
mark.
like, what's your
I think, yeah. I think you only get so many people that follow locally. So there's only so much that we're focused at doing locally. We would like to spread, right? So we've got plans into next year to go down to the Gulf Coast. There's a lot of different clubs down there and a lot of different businesses that we've made contacts with that we would love to represent and be a part of. We'd like to start working a little bit more on some of these distances. I know you guys went out to Roush. I know that there's a plan on really wanting to try to get back in that area. We'd like to go do the New Jersey stuff. I'd like to go out west. Art's always killing us, trying to get us to go to Moab.
Rubicon.
He would love it for us. He's invited me 10 or 15 times. I hate telling him no all the time. But again, we just want to continue to have fun with it, provide a platform for people to feel comfortable, get out of their shell, get close to the culture of Jeeping, because it's not really, it's people say that it's hey, it's kind of like a religious experience, or hey, these guys are a mob, or whatever the case may be.
It's a cult.
It's a cult, but I don't see it that way, because there's a lot of people that needed the Jeep Club, or else they would be in some bad situations, or even just not focusing on goals. So we surround ourselves with like-minded people that want to be successful, that want to do right, and that want to have a good time and do it the right way. And that we couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, for Stacy and I, because right after I bought my Jeep, we never thought, we've already had this discussion before, but we never ever thought we would own a Jeep. We decided I was looking for a new truck.
That was your fault.
It was 100%. No, actually, it
the
wasn't my
Toyota
fault.
dealership was 2 miles further?
It was
Right.
Stacy's fault because she's the one that talked me, and she actually, what it was is she got tired of me watching too many YouTube videos on how you can
So instead we make
modulate
YouTube
the Jeep
videos.
Gladiator.
Ha ha,
And so
Stacy.
she's like, "You're gonna go buy that thing right now." So we went and bought it. So then ended up with it.
Nice.
Well, since being in military, it's hard for us to actually have what we would call family friends. And ran into. I was told about the Voodoo Club, and so I just jumped on the Facebook page. And of course, all you got to do is just click and answer the couple of questions, and boom, you're in the club. Well, it had been
Because there's
almost
no dues.
no,
You
there's
should've
no
said
dues.
that.
There's nothing. You just like the page, and
You don't have
answer
to
the
cut.
couple
You don't have to
questions.
come to a certain amount of meets.
Nope.
You
No.
can just be
No
it was a whole
expectations. The
year.
only
I mean-
expectation is that
Don't be an asshole.
don't be an
Literally,
asshole
you can be
and
in Japan
help the next
and
guy.
join this.
You
Or
know?
if you're an asshole,
Oh,
at
let's
least
say
keep it
this
to yourself.
international. Let's go.
Yes. Even
Yeah.
We
international.
just ask for you to
China,
Just-
be part of the
Japan,
culture, and being part of the
Australia.
culture is not being an asshole.
Yeah.
So
South
be
Korea.
part of the culture.
Let's
We
go.
just ask you to do better.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
no matter what, do better.
Want to do better.
Well, it had been a year, just over a year before Stacy and I actually did our first meet. Well, Dan, he lives just right down the street from me. He was one of the moderator admins of the club. And he's like, hey, Stacy and I were already planning on going to Jeep Invasion, the Pigeon Forge. And he hit me up and said, hey, we got a group of us going down there. You want to just hang out and come with us? So we didn't really know anything about it other than he said the club was going and we were part of the club. He was part of the club. And I was like, yeah, me and Stacy didn't have a plan. We're headed down
must
there.
have not scared you off
Dan's
too
got to
bad.
be spreading the word in Germany for the Voodoo Jeep Club. Let's go.
Well, can we have
I
a
mean,
Voodoo
let's go.
Germany?
World,
If
Voodoo
you have a
worldwide.
Jeep and you live in Germany, join the club. Let's go.
Let's do it. But yeah, so we took off with him and the rest of the group that was convoying down the Jeep Invasion, and then we literally spent the whole weekend down there with everybody, and that was the greatest experience. And then the next event we had was at the was it Fisher King or whatever restaurant?
Kingfish.
Kingfish.
Yeah. And
Fisher
that was
King.
our
That's the new. That's the new name. That's the
Yeah.
new name.
Fisher
That's the
King
new
is
name.
the new
Fisher
name
King,
of Kingfish.
Kingfish, whatever. We've only been there twice, so
I've only been there once.
3 years ago, and then the one we just had recently. But yeah, we went to that, and then we were hooked. We fell in. Everybody in the club just greeted us and took us in like we knew each other for years.
Correct.
And then met.
And a lot of us are socially awkward and introverts and all that stuff. So no, I know. So Dustin, because I try really hard not to be at events, I actually get off work at 2:00 so I can come home and take a nap to load my people-y person so I can handle that.
We went to at least 4 events where we ever talked to a single person.
But yeah, so I try to.
You always have alcoholic beverage when I see you.
Yes.
100%.
No, I am the least. I am the introvert extrovert. Like on the inside, I'm screaming.
And finally, we went to one night at Beef's, and we sat down. Like we got there super early, and we sat down at the very middle table.
I'm like, today is the day.
And it's like today's the day. I'm sitting right in the middle. Everyone's gonna sit around me. We're gonna talk to everybody. And I was like, okay, whatever. And we sat right there in the middle table that we met.
And he's
Steve
cussing you to this day.
Yeah.
He's cussing you to this day. Look what I started.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Stacey's
Dustin
fault
at
for her.
Sissy's, I remember the first couple times at Sissy's, Dustin's like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you talking to everybody?" I'm like, "I don't
She
know.
was.
I
She
can't
was literally
stop."
talking
She would
to
tell
everybody.
you, she said,
go ahead.
when I made the Facebook page again, way back when, she said, "Who are you and where's my husband?" And I was like, "I'll talk to people." She's like, "You won't talk to
You
nobody."
talk
No.
to nobody. What do
Sylvia
we
never
even do?
talked to anyone. She would avoid public conversation, and then suddenly we joined the Jeep group, and then like 4 meets later, she's like, I'm talking to this person. This person was like,
He called me a social.
who are
butterfly.
you, and what have you done to my wife? Because
Yeah.
you're just a social butterfly now. You're talking to anyone who'll come up to you.
You bought a Jeep. That's the
Yeah, I
problem.
didn't understand
You
it.
bought a Jeep.
I love my Jeep, and if you want to talk about it or tell me how amazing it is, I'm going to talk to you. Like I can't. It just is what it is.
Well, really, it doesn't matter if you're going to talk to her about her Jeep. She's going to talk to you.
I'm gonna talk to you about
Right,
it.
talk to you about her.
If somebody's
Jeep, right.
looking at it, do you just go over there and hand them a brochure?
Like, oh yeah,
Yes,
that's
pretty
fine.
much.
Here, take this flyer.
I think
You don't even have to be looking at it. She's going to hand you the brochure.
no. I'm going to take one of my phone out and be like,
You could
"Hey,
be
this is my
walking
Jeep."
towards it, and she's like, "Oh,
She's
that's my
gonna
Jeep
be-
down there." Like
She's gonna
14
go door
Jeeps
to
on the
door
right.
with her
Here, take this.
brochures and be like, "Have you met Goldilocks?
Which
Let me
is
tell you about
amazing.
Goldilocks."
Which is a great idea. Maybe 2025 is the year we do trading
Yeah.
cards.
There
Oh,
we
I
go.
love this.
Yeah.
We have
I
to
like
have
Love
that
that
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's a
good.
good money. It's a good money scheme.
I think they're cute. I don't know if you can say scheme and 501c3
Hey,
in
and
the same
then like we
No,
can
you
sign
can't.
them. We can sign them early. That way, it's like
Keep that.
1995 Jordan basketball cards or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's worth like
Oh,
5
yeah.
million in a couple
Yeah,
of years.
it's worth it.
Well, I'm only going to make 2 of Goldilocks so that if you get it, it's like
Right.
the golden Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's even better
We
than
can
the
raffle that
1 in
thing.
5.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
I think
Is
I've told
Is that
Megan
a
because like
thing?
is where in my salon usually where I park you can see my Jeep from where I sit. So constantly people are stopping and looking at it, and I had to go out one day because some dude crawled in the street underneath my Jeep. He was on the phone. And I had to go out and I was like, what is he looking for? So I yell, what my suspension is and what my tires are. And he's like, I'm just in town and my brother lives here. We both love Jeeps. And so he's talking to his brother on the phone and he's underneath my Jeep. Then he switches it to video and I was like, you know what? I got to go back in. I'm glad you like it.
Like, who does that?
He came to me at the shop and then showed me those exact same pictures. I want this.
Like, I want this. I want all this.
But
stuff.
I was like,
he had to do is take a picture of the Jeep and you could say, oh, I know her. I'll find out.
No, it's funny.
I know Jeeps and faces better than I know names. I will say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is funny. It is.
Well, she always says that. She's like, I don't remember your name, but I'll remember what your Jeep is called.
Yep.
Yeah. Every time.
That's me.
And
I feel so bad. I'm like, who? And then somebody will be like, well, they drive so and so. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's who.
I know who you're talking
well,
about.
and then a trick is if you know their name, because most people say, hey, thanks for letting me join your club. My name is this, and this is my Jeep Goldilocks. So I go to the search bar and I type in their name, Carbon, and then Thomas pops up. Anybody who's ever said anything. So sometimes if I can't, that's my trick, guys.
There you go.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I probably don't actually know your name. I just know your Jeep's name, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't know anybody's name other than the Jeep name. That's
the
funny
funny part about Dave is Dave's not there because he's normally not there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That is true.
If you see Dave, then you'll like, oh, look, Dave's here.
We'll just say it's because there's only 1 in 5. It's very rare to see Dave.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Fine.
I haven't seen. Well, you've got his stepsister that
the JL.
Yeah, that everybody's had over in.
Over
I have not. They
shares her.
Not me. Every time I go there, they give me one of those. It's because they know I'll take that bitch out.
Yeah.
That's why
it ain't coming
that's
back.
What did they give me last time? Like it wasn't. What was that damn thing? It wasn't even. No, was it the compass? What's the one that's actually trail? What's the one that's actually a
Trailhawk? The Cherokee?
No, it's the others. They didn't even give me the small one. They gave me the actual minivan. That's no, I don't know what it is. No, it's like 3 or 4 below Megan's.
It's like a Liberty or a Patriot.
Patriot.
Renegade.
Or that one too.
No, the Renegade, I would wheel that. Because those are actually
just because we're talking about these, they are still welcome in the club. Like,
oh yeah.
Just the one from Cross wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Well,
all the other ones are
vehicle
amazing.
says Jeep,
you're welcome. However,
or if you identify as a Jeep,
they weren't Goldilocks.
I guarantee you that they knew that I was like, hell, I'll go wheeling this weekend. So they gave me something that is actually capable but not for what I want to do. So they were just
not
protecting
for a rock
their
garden.
You got to cross the creek.
like a Grand Cherokee. Like Megan has.
Grandma
but
Cherokee.
It was like, okay, but that one guy that we go with.
We know somebody. Jason.
Jason wheels the
He
from
Fearless.
Us. From Fearless
He
Adventure.
wheels. His wheels will be like he's fun.
Yeah.
So
you can totally wheel that Grand Cherokee, Megan. Just saying. We've
or
seen it in
you
person.
can leave it in the parking lot. We've
seen it in person.
Princesses.
I will take the parking lot for $200, Alex.
For now.
Trip even thought that was funny.
Until Trip turns like 5, and then you're like, all right, I'm taking this bitch off road. Let's go.
Yeah, when his power wheel starts sending it more than mine, I'll be like, okay, we gotta do something about that.
Right.
No, we gotta get Dustin
also
to name.
There's a Power Wheels category at the Sprawlings.
We said that. Were you not listening?
No, I don't think we said that.
You can't take one yet. You don't have one.
But we were talking earlier is that we need Dustin to name his Jeep too. Him and
it's Honey Badger. We've already
it's still Savannah's.
It needs to be Honey Badger.
Still Savannah's Jeep. I haven't taken delivery yet.
Is that the name, Savannah's Jeep?
It could be.
That's the name.
It's still
we've been calling it Baby Blue Jeep, so we got to stop that.
Yeah.
I think Honey Badger's where it's at.
Honey Badger.
You know the thing. Honey Badgers where honey badgers don't give a shit.
Honey badgers don't care.
Honey badgers don't care.
It's Honey Badger.
Especially after this weekend wheeling.
After this weekend, he took that sucker off of some crazy through the rock garden. It was nuts.
I did.
It's like you're on 30 axles. Calm down.
Sylvia's like, what is he
Daniel
doing? And
30s and 33s,
you hear
baby,
things
I'm like,
crashing and breaking
sending it.
and
Not,
dropping.
hey,
And
if it's a broken part and it's a replacement, and
That's
that's
right.
not
It's an
considered an
upgrade.
upgrade. That's just a fix.
Upgrade.
Exactly.
In
Upgrade.
10 years.
And then I talked Scotty into going over. I was like, I think you
You
can
did.
make it because I was like, I didn't make it because I didn't have lockers, but I think you could totally make it over this.
You're a bad
section.
friend.
And then he's
He
like,
didn't make it.
yeah, let's go check it out. So then he pulled up there, and I followed him up, and then he got stuck.
he got
I
Why
really
tried-
stuck.
didn't make
I
it
tried,
last
so
time?
I drove up there to pull him out with the TJ so he could hook his winch, and then he was just dragging me instead of dragging him over the rock garden. So then I had
Because you
to
weigh
unhook.
nothing.
Right. And then Thomas had to roll in with his giant
Big
ass
old Gladi-
limousine, Gladiator. And he just parked there.
Yeah,
it was-
so
it was
Scotty's
fun.
like, my steering wheel is like this
yeah.
afterwards. So he texted us earlier that his steering box like
Yeah, steering box like
left-
separated from
left
the
the
frame.
conversation.
Left the chat.
Oh Lord.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was good times.
I'm afraid to even look underneath mine right now because my steering wheel's off a little bit, but it feels fine. So I'm
Oh,
hoping
hey
that
Sylvia,
everything's
what was
fine.
that? What was that light you said not to discuss? Does Dustin know?
So
Yeah.
he
No,
Are
I
you
does
know.
telling
finally-
yourself?
She
You
told me.
normally tell him yourself.
I know I can't not tell. And plus Brandon was riding with me and he's gonna tell on me too. He thought he was laughing so hard trying not to tell me. So I'm on the rock garden and I'm in full lock and they're like trying to get me to move and turn passenger and I can't.
It's all
I
locked up.
can't.
She's all
And-
ginned up.
And I'm like, oh, trying. And then this big red steering wheel light with a big exclamation mark pops up and tells me that my power steering is hot and pretty much stop using it.
Yeah,
Well,
she-
her left
I
front
was
wheel
on I was
fell
on
into
for
this
14
hole.
more minutes.
And she's
I
like
was like,
I
cranking
have
it.
a 20-minute video of her in
Yeah.
the rock garden.
20-minute video. She's like cranking on it full driver, and her wheel is stuck in this hole, and she can't turn left or right whatsoever. It's just stuck in there.
she
and then-
was
yeah.
cooking the
but
hydraulic
that,
fluid.
yeah,
She
that
was.
turned on
The,
at 5
yeah.
minutes.
Did you go
so I
ahead
had
and replace
15
that?
The
minutes.
electric power steering pump is probably shot at this point, but it's fine.
Completely shot.
You see?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the hole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
there's the big
that
hole.
right there. There's my
She
tire.
can't turn
That's
left
angry.
or right.
It's not moving.
If she turns right, the back of her tire is hitting the big rock. If she turns left, the front of her tire is hitting the small rock in front. She's just
Do you
stuck
have
there.
the other side?
yeah.
Do you have a picture of
And
the other
she's-
side?
Let me see.
Because the other
She's
side,
hung up
I'm
on
not
the
I'm sure we
control
do.
arms, the skids, the tie rod.
It's
Yeah.
because I'm
I
stupid.
think the
and-
stabilizer
and-
was being.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And
yeah,
there
there-
it is. Yep.
now
She was
show
laying on
my
her tire
rear,
rod.
my back tire. That one's a fun one.
Both
Where-
axles
where
were
you
on
guys
top
are
of the
both like,
rocks.
stop telling her to
Yep.
back up. Because I'm stupid, and they're like, "Hey, Sylvia, you gonna do it?" I'm like, "Well, duh, why not? You want me
So
to?"
Thomas had to give her a reset.
Yeah, a couple of resets.
Tiny.
It was like 3 resets.
Number one.
Yeah.
It must not have been not. Must
No,
not
it
been
was
very good.
definitely 3 at least.
At minimum 3.
Minimum 3.
Minimum.
Because he
Good
would pull
enough.
you off.
Resets.
He would pull you out of the hole, and then you would.
And then
be
you
like,
would
"All
drive
right,
right back into
I'm gonna
it.
drive forward, and then you land right back in the same hole. Like
Disclaimer,
3
that was
times.
5 minutes into the video, ma'am.
That does sound like something I would do.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
Well,
that's funny.
But then we had Thomas who faked it, and he drove up on.
I didn't
the,
fake it. Stacy just forgot to hit record, and I drove all the way
Right.
through it.
Forgot to
Drove
hit
all the way
First time.
through it.
record, and he drove up on the first rock, and
First
he
time.
recorded, and then he drove around the whole thing, and then backed up on the last rock, and then
That was my
recorded.
idea.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
That was it.
You're like barely hanging on the rock.
Well, yeah.
Stacey's
her-
like,
Well,
stop
if you
telling
can
her
see
to
the
back
other
up.
side. It's that one.
Because
Yep.
it's not even on a rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
And you're
whole-
like, back up some more. And I'm like, no.
anything
And then she
that
told me
drives the
today, she's
vehicle
like,
was
You
on the
didn't
rock,
even tell
except the
me that
tires.
like none of my wheels were touching. I was like, yes, I did.
Yes.
You were setting
yes.
on your skid plate. All 4 wheels were just spinning in midair.
But you guys
and on
say
the
shit like that to
axles, and on
me
the
all the
control
time,
arm
so I
brackets,
don't believe you.
shock
I don't.
mounts.
You just spun her around because she was
We
hot
could have.
centered.
We could have.
And it had
Yeah.
a drove her
And
straight
then-
back off.
That would have been so funny. Next time, guys. Why do we think of stuff like that?
Because Jeremy
Oh,
wasn't
'cause
willing.
Jeremy's
with
And I
not
us.
don't
there.
go. Yeah.
Damn it, Jeremy.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
have to
come-
make it. I'm gonna have to
You're gonna
make
have to come out
You're
next
gonna
time,
have to.
Just
Jeremy.
ride with one of
Even
us.
if
Like
you-
you don't
Yeah.
have to drive.
You can come
You don't have
right.
to drive.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're driving Dave out there, but then
Oh yeah,
to get his
drive
dirt
out
wheels
there.
You
a
just
little
park it in the
better.
parking lot and then jump in the
so I can
passenger
tow one
seat.
of you guys back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
Probably not me because I'm heavy. And how much can Dave pull?
well, Dave's on
Um,
40s now, so
You know what?
Probably like
That-
5,000 pounds.
If you didn't have all
I
that
said
mud in your
the-
tires,
The diesel Gladiator is like 7,500 pounds, so
you
I
probably
don't,
could
I
have made
don't put
it.
money on it, but it's close to that.
It's me.
Yeah.
I know. I was my tires.
Stace.
Whenever Brian was like, "Oh, you're warming up your tires," I'm like, "No, I'm not. There's too much mud. Like, I can't.
there's no warming them up.
There's no warming these up. They're being mud cooled. It's fine.
Good times.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was good times. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Trying to think. That's all I had. Okay, can we talk about how I
Wow.
feel like this actually
So we need Jeremy on
we
here
heard
to
it some
keep us on
cats.
track every
Is-
week.
Yeah.
is-
We
is-
heard it
Yep.
some cats today.
We did.
We didn't have to say
let's
crushed
see,
pineapples at all. No
No,
crushed
we didn't.
pineapples.
1
today,
hour and 30 minutes since I started the recording.
which was a
Right.
mess up. So
See, we're all
1 hour
scared of
and
Jeremy. That's what it is.
25 minutes in. Yeah.
we were on our best behavior
Dad's
because
here.
we're
Yeah.
Jeremy's
Dad's
the
here.
special
Jeremy
guest.
and Megan's
Jeremy and
here.
Megan.
Like, everybody just sticks to the script, people.
Stick to the script.
Yeah, John and Amy last week. We had Amy cussing.
Oh yeah, we were all over
Amy
the
said a
place.
cuss word last week because of
She had
us.
2
so
margaritas before she came though. So
that's true.
That is
That's
true.
true. And then
She
John
must
was
be
still
introverted
recovering
too
from
and
the
need
night
that
before.
little bit of yeah.
Yeah.
her.
So that was only the 3rd time I've ever heard her say the F-bomb. The first 2 were at me when I was going down that
Oh
hill.
yeah, when you were like,
When I
Yeah.
was doing a handstand and she
You
was
were
losing
one
her
wheeling
mind.
down that hill at Blue Holler.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
That was not out of anger. That was out of fear.
yeah, that was completely out of fear.
And I'm like, why is Amy cussing at me? And did Amy just say the F word? Like,
Yeah. She did 100%. I think that
Yep.
may have been the
Twice.
first time I ever heard her say it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the first time I ever heard her
it
say
was
it.
very weird.
I think it was the first time for all of us. Yeah, because
Mm.
some trail guide Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
just got a
I
certification
also
like the day before, and then he's like, all right, I want to take you all out. Backwards down a freaking red trail.
Hey, there was
So,
a disclaimer.
Jeremy, I had like guy like big tire guys that do all those dumbass trails
Mhm.
messaged me afterwards and was like, dude, you know you went the wrong way, right?
Yeah. Like,
Went to back.
like-
Yeah, you went
He's like,
backwards.
we
They're
don't
like, you
ever
do not go
that
down
trail.
that trail.
You
And
do
I'm
You're
not
like,
supposed
go
to go
down that
up it,
trail.
not down it.
Yeah.
Nobody
there's
told
no
us.
sign.
Like, if you
There's
want
no
us to
sign.
Or-
if you
I can
want us
tell
to
you
show you
countless-
around the park, we'll do that. But
I
don't
can tell you
ever go
countless
down that
times
trail
that I've
again.
been wheeling with Steve, and I can just go ahead and Steve.
Oh,
We just
yeah.
take off. There's no trail.
No.
We're just gonna try to fit in between a few trees and get to where we want to go. He knows a shortcut. Yeah.
Shortcut, yeah.
Short,
There ain't no
shortcut
shortcut.
equals black
We
trail.
went with Steve on New Year's Eve at Interlake. It was pouring down rain.
He
and
is
he's
the
like, yeah,
reason I'm in
we're
debt.
just only going to do green trails. It's fine. And then we end up on like a black trail. He pops a bead off his tire. He changes, like,
And it's
changes
just
the tire
there.
He's
in the
known
middle
for
of this
bad.
black
He's known
trail.
for popping
Yeah.
a bead off a tire. He gets so
Yep.
mad. There's always something wrong with a tire.
I traded in my Jeep on this one the next day.
Yeah, the
She
next
did.
day because of that trail, because of Steve. So thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this no locker shit no more.
We're
But
still
whenever-
paying on this, Steve.
I remember
Yeah,
that
thanks,
trip y'all
Steve.
went on. It was snowing outside, and it was
It
snowing the whole
was.
day.
It was
Yeah.
so
Wait,
bad. It was like,
DVDs?
yes. No,
And-
that was at
No,
Interlake.
they went to Interlake that time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was-
We were
And
gonna try to go.
everyone canceled except me.
Yeah.
And Steve's like, "Are you?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's
nobody's
like, you all
coming.
still wanna
Yeah,
go?
Stacy and I were
let's
supposed
go.
to go. John
And
and Amy
Sandra
were
wasn't
supposed to
there.
I
go.
was gonna take Bougie on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah, it
Okay, so-
was.
Lost that shot.
Sandra wasn't there. It was his son-in-law. So you could just imagine how ornery he was. Or hold on,
Yep.
was it his steps? Was it son-in-law?
I think it's
That's
He
his
lives in
stepson.
Indiana.
Stepson.
No,
Yeah,
it-
stepson.
He lives in Indiana.
Yeah, it's his son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Yeah.
All right.
So he
Yeah.
took him. So Sandra wasn't there to fun police him. I missed Sandra that day. I was like, I need you to come because he pops his shit, and that is the only way to go. And I'm thinking, can we just Where's the chainsaw? Because I
But
can see
not
the
only
rope
did he pop
over
his
there.
tire,
We
but
thought
then
he broke
his
his axle.
like axle landed on this tree stump that he popped the tire and it was going
bad.
like he was accelerating. Or like, oh, I
Sandra,
think he
fast forward
freaking
4
broke his
minutes and
axle.
12
Don't
seconds.
listen.
I think he broke his axle, dude, because it's like
Nothing
rattling
happened.
in
Nothing
there.
to see here. Just move along.
Everything's fine.
Anyway, he winched up the hill, had to change his tire out, and then we got down to the bottom. We couldn't get up, so then we winched up the hill.
I
And
didn't
like,
even
that's
try.
it.
Honey,
That's
I
it.
didn't even try. I was too afraid. So
I got
just
locked
knew-
hers on by the Gladiator. I'm mine
because I just knew that my shit was gonna break. I was like,
Yeah.
nope, just winch me. That was probably the only time I've ever actually begged to be winched.
Yeah. We got down
And
to the
then
bottom.
Savannah had just gotten her license where she could drive by herself, and she's like, "Mom, I thought you guys were gonna be home." I'm like, "We're
Like,
still
no,
on the
We're in
trail."
the middle of the hot trail. Like,
So she goes,
we're gonna be a
she
few
says,
hours.
"Do I need to come get you?" And I'm like, "I hope not."
Like, how are you gonna come get us?
Where was she gonna come get you?
Like, what are you gonna come get us with?
I guess the parking lot. I don't know.
I'm stuck in the forest. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't.
She had
Send
a
up a
Ford
flare.
Escape at the
Yeah.
It's
time.
getting dark.
Like,
it's
it's
getting
getting
Sylvia
dark.
now has to have a flare gun in her pack.
Right. Shoo.
Note to self:
really should.
we need to add a flare
We
gun
really
to
should
our,
We do
have
need
one.
to add a
Damn
flare
it,
gun,
that's
recovery
a
yeah.
gear.
flare gun. That is actually a
For
good
when the
idea.
And a
helicopters
pink
come
helmet.
searching for us.
With the pink
I
helmet.
was.
We do need a pink helmet.
Burn down the forest with the flare guns.
Lisa
That's
will
okay,
find
as
us.
long as they
If you're
can find
listening to
us.
this, please send us a pink helmet for our adventures.
Yes,
Yeah.
Axel.
Should you should have a pink helmet. Everybody should get their
Yeah.
picture
We were
taken.
talking about. We were
They
talking
give
about that
switch
yesterday.
What
on the
this
front
weekend?
or
We
the
were.
back.
We were talking about that yesterday. Trying to decide if our resets would have counted as pink helmets, and I think that we would
Yes.
absolutely have worn
Yes.
pink helmets.
If you get winch from the back, you have to wear the hat backwards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, funny story. We were at Invasion last year, and we went to Junction 35, and we were doing the tasting, and then Axel shows up across from us.
Oh yeah.
We have
That's
no
right.
And he
idea who
was-
he is.
We didn't know who he was. He was just talking to us, like, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. He was hanging out with us the
Yeah,
whole
he was
time.
hanging
It
out
was
with us,
crazy.
and we were doing like tequila shots, and then
No, moonshine.
It was the
moonshine,
moonshine.
tasting, and then we showed up to the Warren ride at
And Windrock.
Windrock.
There
And
he
then-
was.
Never
Yeah,
was
and
there.
he's like, "Hey, that's my tequila. That's my moonshine friends. Like we were doing moonshine together." I was like, "Oh shit, that's you."
And his
So,
son
we didn't
Marvin
realize-
was
but we
leading
didn't
the
realize
Marvin
it.
from Flex Rocks and
We didn't realize who he
Rollovers.
was. Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't
he
realize
used
who he
to-
was for probably 10
yeah.
minutes into that.
We're like, "Wait,
I'm like,
That's
wait, they
your-
both
that's your
have the same
dad?
accent. They both sound like they're from
Yeah.
Germany. And it
But-
was. They were father and son.
You're from
Yeah.
London.
Flex Rocks and Rollovers. It was funny.
it was good
Yeah, It was
times."
really funny. That-
Yep. And you
that
need
was
to go
a
back
fun
and
night.
watch our Windrock where we discussed it was our first episode or second episode where we were
Second
talking about
episode,
yeah.
Windrock.
Yeah,
But we should
And,
have some. We
and
should have
we
some
were not-
more
we had
videos though
discussed-
too.
Yeah, we do. We had discussed that we were not months prior,
We're
that
not
we were
doing
not
16.
doing Trail 16, that we were
Nope.
going to go ahead and skip 16. We had other
I
trails that
never
we had in
said that.
mind.
They said that they didn't want to do
You-
16.
Mm.
Dustin, did I
Well,
say
I
that?
got-
I did not.
We all
you said-
agreed.
He told me I wasn't doing 16.
I was
all
like, "No, we're
agreed
not
that we
doing
weren't
16,
doing
because
16.
we're gonna lose fenders. We're gonna get body damage, whatever." And
I
then
was
Because
told-
after
I
talking with
get
Art,
out of the Jeep because Scotty needed help unloading the YJ because he was pulling it with the TJ with the Gladiator.
Yep.
And so I was helping him unload, and then those two went through the line, and then she came back and she's like, "Hey, guess what? Marvin from Flex Rocks and Rollovers is doing Trail 16, so we
we're
signed
doing
up for
Trail
that."
16.
I was like,
we signed up for Trail 16.
"Okay."
And then
All right.
I said, I'm sorry, but body damage is worth learning from Marvin.
Yeah,
and
body
he did
damage is-
agree.
Yeah,
He agreed.
I was like, "All
So
right,
did-
that's fine."
Now
fine.
Thomas started to like have buyer's remorse because he started to look at the other gladiators, and
The
he's
gladiator,
like,
there was
my
3
God."
gladiators in our trip, in our group, and one of them had done Trail 16 the day before. And not only did he cave in part of his bed, but he also
Beds,
caved
yeah.
in the passenger rear door.
handle.
The door handle was
Door
caved.
handle.
No, the driver,
How
the
do you even
passenger
do
front door
that?
handle was caved in, and I think those were the 2 biggest. Yeah, and he had some other scratches and stuff on there. And
Thomas was like, I
and
don't,
was like,
I don't know
"Ooh, this
about
was,
this.
I think
But
this was,
the
This was a
friend
bad
that I
decision.
am, because
but he did say, "Oh, gladiators, you will get damage. There's no doubt about it. You're going to have some kind of damage, and it's going to be on the bet."
Bye.
We went.
Who got the
with?
who actually had the damage? Sylvia busted a
Sylvia
mirror,
did.
and David busted a mirror.
But
Yeah,
Of
we got
course.
split.
Oh yeah, and
We
had
went
all
with
of them.
John and Amy, Benji, Deb, Steve, Sandra, and right when we pulled up to the entrance of 16, there was 2 huge trees down. There was a tornado or something that went through there
Yeah, like
the week before, and that was the only trail they really had cut off. So we just enjoyed today, hit everything we could. It was fun.
16.
If you ask Deb,
Took
she'll
us
tell
9
you that we
hours.
went to Plymouth Rock,
So,
not Panther Rock, Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth
I
Rock.
didn't feel like 16. I feel like if it would have just been like us two, I feel like we would have breezed. I feel like we would have been okay. Honestly. I did learn a lot on how to ride those deep ruts. But
Yeah, because they were off
it
camber
wasn't-
deep ruts and with
but I feel like
with the rock
Pennsylvania was way harder. Like I wasn't stressed out at all, other than for my friends that maybe weren't well enough equipped.
Yeah, I think you hear
Technically
more horror
on that
stories
trail.
about 16 than you do most, but I don't think any of us had many, we're just not near Pennsylvania, so you don't get
Yeah.
the Roush stories.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
that
it
when
was-
you're
it
looking
was
for
pretty
them, they're
intense.
just as horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
so I'm glad we went on 16. Like I would go back if anything.
Oh, we learned
15.
a
yeah.
lot though from Marvin and Zach.
Shelby.
And Shelby.
Well,
Shelby
and
and
Zach
Zach.
did warn, like we were sitting before we took off, Zach was like, you need to take your taillights out, you need to take your mirrors off. And I was like,
For Jeepin round. Yep.
yeah. I was like, why? He's like, because you're gonna rip them off. And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. And then we lost the mirror. Didn't take any of them out.
Then he took out my taillights.
Yeah, I took out the
And
taillights.
Dustin did take her taillights off.
And
It was funny.
then we lost the mirror because we didn't take the
And it
mirrors
was
off. And then
It was
I like,
funny, though.
he's right because he had a JL too, just like ours, and he had all the mirrors and taillights out. And I was like,
And taillights off.
that's really weird.
Weird.
You're gonna lose it. You're gonna rip those off. Like,
Well,
nah,
first he
it'll be fine.
said, "What are you driving?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't follow me." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm following
her.
you."
She's like, I'm following you wherever you go, so it's fine.
But then, like the second obstacle, then he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he would come up and like talk to me, and because I have Goldilocks had come from Invasion, so she was sparkling and beautiful, looked like she'd never been on a trail before.
Yeah, he's like, don't follow me wherever you go. And then we followed him a couple places. He's like, all right. Then he would come back and talk to us and be like, all right, let's go up this way. Like everybody else going that way.
Let's do stupid shit this way.
Let's go this way.
This way.
Like, all right, let's do
Just
that.
make you feel good. You can do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you don't know me, honey. I promise. I don't have enough brains to be afraid.
They were definitely impressed with Scotty though in that little wide
yes.
Oh yeah.
They were extremely impressed with Scotty.
That's what I'm always like. Oh, we need people with 33s and his wife, and it says manual. Scotty's a great wheeler. Scotty's so much fun. I love Scotty.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
he's a good dude. Scotty do. We like our whole group. We just have good friends. We have good people. Again, because Jeep people are the best people.
Yep.
Totally offense to Toyota. Take it how you want it.
Dustin
can go buy a Toyota and wheel with them.
I'm sure there's a good Toyota group out there. I'm just saying.
Good luck.
Dustin, fun.
Whatever.
They're welcome to wheel with us. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Hey, when you're trading that Jeep in 130,000 miles when the Toyota's just getting broke in, I don't want to hear you bitching.
Wheel with what's that little boy that you work with? I can't remember his name. With the big X-ray in the 40s. 42s.
Luke.
What is it?
Luke.
I wanna wheel with Luke.
It always sounds like a good time. They bought an XJ for the shop, so there's a new shop Jeep now. So they're looking to take off and go on some fun rides. So as soon as they get that thing built up,
is his baby old enough that he can leave the wife?
It was just born.
Well, I know, but if he feels comfortable like going away for 8 hours, or if his wife
maybe not so much now. I think the baby maybe like 4 weeks old. So
yeah,
not so much right now.
Back to doing it. So
not so much.
I mean, I'm terrible. I'm like,
Jeremy's baby was just born.
Yeah.
He'll roll out with
He'll
us.
walk
Let's
next
go.
week. I swear he'll walk.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, he's starting his first job in a couple of days.
Right.
Right.
For real.
For real.
No, but
Oh, the
yeah,
amount he probably going through outfits and diapers and food. They have to calm
well,
himself
I'll
down.
have to shop in pretty bad shape. I mean, they're 2 or
Look at
3 weeks
Megan's
booked
face.
out. So hopefully they'll get caught up, and I've got some work planned for Dave, and hopefully they get a chance to get out and get their Jeeps a little muddy before the snow comes in.
Well, make
Yeah.
sure you tell them that if they don't watch us here, that whenever they get the shop extra, especially if they need a lady driver.
no.
Sylvia.
Luke will be driving it.
Luke will probably drive his. His is awesome.
Hey, who you need to get in there is Steve, because Steve's got some issues with his rear axle and he needs to get it checked out. So,
I'm dead. The cat's just like chilling in the mountain.
so just
The cat in the
Pheasant
background.
bouncer.
oh yeah,
Baxter's behind you.
That cat makes an appearance every week.
He's
Other
right here,
side.
honey.
Baxter's the evil cat, though. He doesn't like the spotted dog.
Neither does this one.
No, yeah,
No.
Lola doesn't like the spotted dog either.
No.
Oh, look, this one makes an appearance too.
there he is.
And Stacy's still. Hey, Savannah.
They're
She-
gonna break out just because the cat is on the screen. Yep.
Yep.
Your cat is right.
There's a cat butthole right in the street.
Oh
Wow,
wow.
we just got blocked again.
All right, and we're done.
And we're out.
And we're canceled.
And we canceled.
And we're canceled.
And I
Thank you.
know Stacy was petting
Oh,
on
hold
her
on,
kitty a little bit ago.
Dustin, take your hat off. Guess
Why?
who cut Dustin's hair today?
You don't like it.
He does like it. Remember how he had like a ponytail yesterday? Savannah cut his hair today.
Oh,
Give him a
looking
fade.
nice.
Oh,
Gave him a fade.
Yeah.
So in the back, I was teaching her how to texturize over comb. And she's texturizing, and I'm like, "Oh, you're thinking out a little bit too much back there." And she's like, putting it to the
She-
rest of his bald spot.
she was like, oh, I cut a little thin right there. It's kind of scalped. I was
Kinda
like, oh,
scalped.
I was like, nice.
It just blends into the
Yeah,
rest
she
of
was
his,
like,
his bald spot.
she was texturing it back here, and she's like, oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's
that's pretty.
There's
short.
no hair there.
You
Right.
got
Are you part of the cul-de-sac club?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna
It's kind
be
of like
there
an
shortly.
island.
Yeah,
like a little
it's like an
island.
island.
not only am I a president, but I am also a member.
Right.
You're right.
I'll be right there with you, brother. Here in a few months.
She did really good though. She's gonna be a good hairdresser when she grows up.
She will be.
Next year. Yeah. Dustin was he was trying to sit there all calmly.
Yep.
do it.
It's just hair to
I
grow
was.
back.
She was like, cutting through the skin on the back of my head. It's fine.
Oh,
Oh, I love it. Thomas, she'll have to cut your hair. Don't cut your hair yourself. Savannah can do it.
Yep.
Okay,
Hey, what are you
I'll give her a
laughing at,
chance.
Stacey? You'll be next too.
Yeah, you're next.
Oh, she can cut my hair. I don't care. But Thomas's hair, no one's cut Thomas's hair, but Thomas in 20
I know.
years.
That's why it's
Okay.
funny.
Pretty much 22 years.
All right.
I think
well,
Scotty's already signed himself
Yep.
up for a haircut. too.
Savannah's gonna be the first then.
I'm gonna need one soon though.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you
you're
have
ready.
things right now.
Hey, Jeremy, you can come over too. Let's get go with that straight razor,
oh,
brother.
this is easy. Yeah, this is easy.
She worked on his beard a little bit, but then I went ahead and finished it up. So
Yeah.
because I do still love him, so I didn't want to.
And she was like this, and she was like, no, you just would have cut half his beard off.
Against the grain. Get it all the way off.
Yeah.
Cut it all off.
He's like, it's okay, and I'm like, yeah, except your beard takes 5 years to grow. So let's.
Yeah.
This isn't like an oops. It'll be fine next
it'll
week.
be it'll fill
Like your
in
hair,
all
your
the things.
haircut.
I would
Yeah.
give anything if I grew like a Sam Elliott stash. Like a
Big
thick,
handlebars,
yeah,
curl them up.
He just
like a
He just
real
wants it
thick
really
stash.
thick.
Yeah. Like
I
a
don't know why.
I don't
Ted
know,
Lasso.
just- Right. Yeah.
Oh, Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Yes.
Yeah, like a Tom Selleck stash. That'd be
Or Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Well, yeah, Burt Reynolds was.
So it's because Dustin's never really learned how to grow it right here. So like if you pick up his if you pick up this stuff, it comes up like it's like a.
She said,
Damn,
learn
Yeah,
how to
yeah,
grow
that's
it.
right. Can you
Like
can you
it's a
teach
thing
me
you
how to
can
grow
learn.
this right
Yeah,
here?
teach you how to grow this right here. No, it's just
So he's like,
Just,
you can like pick it up and put it back.
yeah. Like pick this up.
and that's why I don't have one because I
Right.
can't grow one.
So yeah, that's like
I'm
that's
almost-
not like filled in.
Because
there,
you've
it's just a
never
long
learned
thing.
it, Thomas.
I've
You
never
have to
learned
learn
it. Is that what it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
being in the
sorry.
army, you had to shave every day.
No,
Yeah.
nor will he ever.
It is really weird whenever Thomas comes over and he has like a 3-day shadow. It's so weird. It's weird to me.
And he
yeah.
wonders why he never gets any shade.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh! Bang! Bang!
You
He's
can't say
go
that on
shave.
YouTube, Stacey.
Go shave right now.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
If we weren't canceled before, we are definitely
Yeah,
canceled.
we're definitely canceled now.
There's a whole lot of editing happening. A whole lot of editing.
Yeah. So, ladies, question below: do you prefer
A 5 o'clock
Slick.
shadow
or slick or a beard? Comment below. Why not?
or clean shaven?
Yeah.
Well, this here's
Comment
2 days.
below.
This is 2 days.
Get
That's
closer.
too much, Thomas. You're definitely
Closer.
That
not
looks
getting
like a
it.
baby's butt.
No, he's not like it's like a little scratchy looking. Because one day I was like, "Are you like? Why haven't you shaved?" Are
Oh
you
yeah,
sick?
Sylvia's
Is there something wrong?
like, Sylvia pulled a Stacy.
I don't like it. What's
"You
going
need
on?
to shave."
Are
She's
you
like, "I don't
okay?"
like it."
So-
Like, why
Yeah.
haven't you? What's wrong with you, Thomas?
Well, because he's so like I don't know. Like whenever he wears shorts, I'm like, that's
the
weird.
thing, Thomas. You just have to
Because
grow
you
it
don't wear
out.
shorts.
Then they don't ask you why you haven't shaved because you haven't shaved in like 6-8 months. So then they're used to it.
Then
They're not
don't
gonna
ask
ask
me
you that
why he
anymore.
ain't getting none either. Just saying.
Oh,
Stacy is a habanero.
Maybe that's why I
pepper
haven't
type. She is
gotten any in
spicy.
so long. 'Cause I haven't shaved.
You need to shave. You need to shave the beard, Dustin.
All
Shave it
right.
off.
So I
Don't have the baby
finally
face
figured
anymore.
it out. When y'all see me tomorrow and I'm clean shaven, you'll know why.
And really tired.
Dustin's gonna be like, Dustin's like, I'm gonna test this thing out.
Dehydrated. You're dumb.
You're dumb. You're so dumb. You're dumb.
Anyways,
So how many minutes are we now? Because I feel like we were doing really good and
We
then
We're
are-
about
definitely-
150.
yeah, we're
150 minutes.
hour 51 minutes in.
Well,
Yeah,
as
like, we are
always.
so
yeah.
off topic now, y'all.
Right.
No, and Jeremy, the best
wait.
thing is that we really don't even edit. So unless there's something we
Yeah.
need to beep, this is how it goes.
This
You
is
get-
impressive because I've talked about doing a podcast for a really long time. This seems pretty fun and natural. So
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations
yeah.
on doing it.
what-
It seems
is
like
what
it's
it
going to be a
is.
fun. Hopefully it takes off and y'all can show me a couple tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
I thought
We'll
about
have
doing
you
one
guys
just
on
for.
again
It's
I thought
just
about
be random
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
and
Well,
stay off topic.
now my
Random
new
and off
journey of
topic.
being a stay-at-home dad, I want to do a podcast with just me and Trip and just
Oh,
have
that'd
fun
be
doing
awesome.
it. With
Yeah.
our life the way it is, the way that we do things, and the fun that we like to try to have. So it'd be something interesting if I get it started.
Oh,
It'll
for
be
sure.
a little, I feel like I don't know how easy it would be for like a single, because I was worried about it too, because I have a friend who did podcasts, but she was just her. And I guess she just kind of talked the whole time, almost like a script. And I'm like, well, that sounds horrible. But like conversation like this is great. So would you, it'd be hard to talk to Trip until he's big.
Yeah, it'll probably just be. I'll have to figure out what's going to work best. Maybe just
Yeah.
do something that's partially like this, and maybe some on-site interviews or something
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
with the club or
Yeah.
family or friends
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
or whatever.
Other dads. Yeah.
Again, it all just been original thought, so wouldn't
I
know
mean,
the
they have
details
lots
of
of,
it.
yeah, they have lots of mommy podcasts. Why can't you do a daddy podcast?
That's what I'm
There you
saying.
go.
Be different. Be different.
Have me and
Yeah.
Thomas on. We'll give you good fatherly advice.
Yeah,
Right.
Daddy daycare,
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Daddy Jeep care.
What do you mean, Stacey?
Did you care?
No, you're an amazing dad, Dustin.
What
We
did
can
we
tell you
what did we
about how
call-
to
what did
shave.
Steve
Apparently,
call
I'm
it?
not.
Yeah. Me and Thomas are shit dads, but it's fine.
Apparently,
Yeah.
because
We'll
Stacey's
give you,
like, no.
we'll give you
It's
shit
fine.
dad advice.
There's a dog
It's
fight
fine
going on
because you
outside.
married amazing moms.
Yeah, there's a dog fight going on
Yeah.
outside. Not really. They're just barking. It's them barking at each other. I'll throw them outside.
They're probably
Or I had
telling
Dominic
you
throw
that
him
it's
outside.
time. That it's time that we have to get off.
Or they're eating groundhogs again.
No, that was
moles.
the mole.
Moles.
That was moles.
Yeah.
They were
Moles.
fighting over a mole.
They were. Max, their little one, is a shit too, because
Yeah.
he stole. He's that little wiener dog, little long-haired wiener dog. It's a little chubby, little short legs, and then he got
gets all
it
the
from
moles.
the border collie. He stole it from the border collie.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, when I went back, Allie caught the mole. Diesel stole it from Allie. Then Max
took
stole
it
it
from
from Diesel. And,
And then-
Max was trying to eat the rest of them alive because they were trying to steal it back.
He was doing that thing where he like jumps and is like, "Arr, arr, arr,"
Everyone
like,
is fighting
time.
over the mole.
It's funny.
Then Dominic tried to get it from him, and he tried to eat Dominic alive over the dang mole. So yeah.
We
And
love,
the mole
watching
never made it.
playbacks. No.
No,
mole-
he was dead.
Oh,
Lord.
No,
Yeah.
no animals were harmed in this
That's-
story.
That's one of our
No
favorite
animals were
help
harmed
it
making this
if
video.
The mole got in the backyard with 2 big dogs and a weenie dog. So
That's one of
The
our
mole
favorite
was
pastimes
asleep.
is watching
He
Stacey
was
taking
a
camera
siesta.
It's still taking a nap.
He's sleeping now.
It's sleeping
Matter
to
of
this
fact,
day.
I'm
Stacey's
looking
like,
at him
"Watch
now. He's
this
looking a bit
video."
thin, though, but
And they all hear you talking about it.
No.
Right.
Now they're quiet.
yep.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna go until next week. Thank you.
Thank
for
you, Jeremy and
joining us.
Megan.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep. Thank you
Yep.
guys for having us.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
appreciate you guys. All right. See you all.
Have a
See
good
y'all
night.
later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.